need to call your contact.
They don't offer it anymore.
Oh, only the Hall of Fame.
I wonder if Adam Rank is a lifetime member.
It's like the Christmas holidays. You should have got it.
Don't Adam with Adam Rank. Rank is really leaning into the season. He's on skates. I guess so am I. But I'm not. Why am I not on skate? Am I on skates?
No.
You know I was a competitive figure skater, right?
Well.
And now I'm just sweeping the ice. But yeah, I did.
Whoa,
We all have humble beginnings, Colleen.
I
Look
worked
at Mike Robb.
Yes,
Dude,
Hold on.
Did you see Mike Robb?
I will admit.
I told y'all don't put me in skates no more,
Look.
okay? No.
Okay, that's amazing.
It's a one piece.
So awesome. And yes, I have to admit, I used to work for the Flyers on the ice crew.
As a ice crew.
There it
Remember
is.
the ice crew.
There it is. Okay, let's warm up here with some of your hot takes. Actually get to some football here, starting with Josh Allen. What's the deal?
Oh, yeah, when you think of skating, you think of a kid from Central California who'd be out there. But listen, I like him this week. I think he's going to get over 20 points. And here's the thing. Here's a trend for you. In every game that Josh Allen has played against a team from the state of Florida, he's had at least 20 points. And, of course, that was one time, and it was last week. But you know what? Still a trend. But you know what? The reason why is because his running ability. He ran for 99 yards last week. He's had a touchdown in a rushing touchdown in 2 of his last 3 games. And I like the matchup this week against the Miami Dolphins. They've allowed a top 20 quarterback in 5 of their last 6 weeks. So I know it's strange. I know a lot of people can make their jokes about Josh Allen, but I think he's a solid play this week.
Laughing at you, Rank. Steve Smith is up at the monitor looking at Mike Robb. I'm just wondering if it would be as funny to Steve if Steve's face was on that monitor. Throw that out.
Nope.
Nope, not at all.
Because you know why? I would at him if he did.
There you go.
Oh, he would. He would have
on Twitter?
Don't at him. Another rookie who's been a huge
in
waiver
person.
wire pickup, Josh Adams. Adam Rank.
Yeah, I've really liked him over the last couple of weeks. He's emerged as the best Birds back and out-touched all of his other competitors, Corey Clement, Wendell Smallwood, and we've seen over the last 2 weeks, he's gotten into the end zone in each of those games. Now, the one thing that I do have to note right now, this is a Monday night game, and he popped up on the injury report on Saturday. So this is something that we're going to have to watch over the next 24 hours to see what his status is going to be moving forward. If not, I would move to Corey Clement. But if Josh Adams plays, I would definitely start him this week. Washington has a pretty good run defense as a whole, but over the last 4 games, they've allowed close to 500 rushing yards. So I think the Eagles will be able to establish the run against them because that's really been the identity of the team since Josh Adams has come on. So I would get him into the lineup as long as he's playing.
Disclaimer right here. Adam Rank requested that I find out what's the story with Josh Adams hit before he came on the air, and I came up with squadouche. But I will try my best to get it to you before kickoff at 1 o'clock today.
Glad we've cleared that up. How about Corey Davis? He's only had 6 catches over the past 2 weeks. You say he's due to break out, is he? What's the deal?
Well, he's been pretty good. I mean, obviously, 2 weeks ago, he kind of struggled, but 2 of his last 3 games against the Patriots and against the Texans, he's done pretty well, and I think that we can trust him. Obviously, you know, he's a Chicago kid. He went to the same high school. He went to Wheaton South, same high school as the Belushi brothers, and Dustin Byfuglien, who was a Stanley Cup champion for the Chicago Blackhawks, and really, that's only for our researcher, Bill Siddell. He's the only one who's going to get that reference. But anyways, he has been pretty good. And the thing is it's really tied to Marcus Mariota's health. But we saw last week that those two started clicking once again. Now they've got a great matchup against the Jets. They've allowed the fourth most receiving yards this season. So I look for Corey Davis to get 150 yards. And even though the Jets have been pretty stingy, they don't allow a lot of receiving touchdowns, I'm still projecting Corey Davis to get into the end zone.
Adam Rank bringing us the fantasy knowledge we need and getting us in the holiday spirit. With,
Where's Steve? Inside
skating.
sipping
I don't
cocoa
know.
there? What's the story?
Frank, when I come back to California, we'll go skating, okay? But just warm up for now. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try some of my moves.
It's My Cause, My Cleats right now. So you guys are going to see all sorts of players out there supporting causes that are important to them. And Von Miller, he Instagrammed this, and those cleats, oh, they look amazing. Oh, yeah, I love those. So I wanted to ask you, Mike Robb, because you never got a chance to do My Cause, My Cleats since it just kind of started as a player, right?
Not as a player. My cause is Excel to Excellence Youth Football Foundation. Foundation. It's a foundation that I run out of Richmond, Virginia. We manage youth football leagues, and the way we talk about the game of football is different, right? We don't talk about the game of football in terms of genetics. You guys hear me talk about this all the time. We don't talk about how fast a kid can run or how hard he can hit. We talk about the brain processes that are happening when a quarterback drops back, reads a 3-deep defense, notices the body types of the flat defenders, and throwing to the linebacker side, not the safety side. That's coding. Somebody at Google gets paid a lot of money to build websites using the same brain processes. So we try to look at the long game.
Football play.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Appreciate you, boss.
That's great stuff. All the My Cause, My Cleats are really cool. You can check out NFL.com/MyCauseMyCleats for more of their great stories. So some people are saying today could be a giant bear trap. What does that mean? Garofalo
Did
will
you
tell
write that?
I don't know. It's going to be a giant bear trap. Yeah.